All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 12th episode of the House Talks podcast. Today, we don't have a guest. You're stuck with us for, but I mean, it could be a lot worse. We're just going to get right into it. We're closing out on the NHL season. Canucks are second in the league, 1 point away from first, I believe it is. And they, I don't think I've ever seen them look as good as they do now in the last 10 years. What are you boys thinking?
I don't know. They lost Demko for 2 to 4 weeks, so they're pretty much fucked in that.
Pretty much.
DeSmith played good to start the season, so let's see if he can get back to that.
I'm surprised they didn't make any more changes at the deadline.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to give up their future core pieces for just this year. But honestly, as I look at it, like I think anyone can take it. Usually, like you have like the Las Vegases or like the Pittsburghs or the Vegas is stacked. But
They're gonna make the playoffs.
They're not in there.
They're 8th right now.
yeah, like it's a big, huge toss-up. You know what I mean? Like every year, you have a team that's like, fuck, they're really good. Like why should we even go against them? But this year, it can be anyone's for sure.
Dallas has a depth though.
They do. They're really quiet too, though.
Panthers are on fucking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OEL.
Florida.
That's what happens when you add OEL to your roster, right?
No shit.
Bum.
The funny thing is, Karn bought a Phil Kessel stick.
Oh yeah.
He's at Humboldt Center.
I fucking tore my tricep tendon.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Karn's got a torn tricep tendon. Yeah, torn tricep tendon. He was just on a flight back from Europe. Jazzy's been working all day, and I'm on my 6th coffee. We're just like a whole bundle of fun right now.
We're buzzing.
Absolutely.
The funniest thing, Phil Kessel was trying out for the Canucks.
Yeah.
So he came to Abbey at the Summit Center to practice because obviously we're trying to make the team. So the guy beside us, Greg, he has a little hockey shop there. He got Phil Kessel's used sticks. We went there and should look at sticks. Karn bought a stick. He said, I'm pumped. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got Phil Kessel's stick. I'm gonna Gino hockey the same day. This idiot forgot the stick at home.
I did.
Came to hockey without the stick he was warned about all day. Left it at home.
True story.
Missed warm up. Had one shift. Second shift broke his fucking elbow. Had the bursitis on his elbow. And now he can't even use Phil Kessel's stick for a year.
It's just gonna sit there. I'm gonna hang it on my wall and look at it every day as motivation. While I eat a hot dog.
Hot dog and pizza.
Cue the Rocky music.
Legit. Yeah. But we'll see, man. I got some things I've been looking into to get this thing back. I feel like it'll take me under a year. I think, knock on wood, that I'll be able to get back to 100%. Oh man, I don't know. How's England?
Solid. Lots of history. Lots of walking. My legs still hurt. I'm low-key dying. But my body hurts. My everything hurts.
Yeah, right off the plane, you got in like early yesterday morning or?
Yesterday evening.
Yesterday evening,
Yeah. Back at it today.
Off the plane to bed, wake up, podcast.
Yeah.
And we actually have some viewership in the United Kingdom too. We're looking at our stats that I pulled out today. Viewership from Canada, United States, United Kingdom, India, fucking Slovakia, Brazil. It's crazy, dude. A lot of people listening from all over.
Philippines.
Yeah, which is nuts. But I don't know. UK's an interesting place, eh?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. I just love the history behind it.
It's different how you go to places, look at it differently now, right?
Yeah, the last time I went was probably 10 years ago, and just the history aspect, like as a young adult, you're like, whatever, this is cool. That
Show
looks
me the
nice.
booze.
Yeah. So where's the next pub crawl? Now it's more like you go there, you're actually reading stuff, you're getting to know what the history behind everything is, and then you look at it on a level of, okay, we don't have that in Canada, and you'd never appreciate that about other countries, but now you get older and you're like, damn, like seeing stuff from 1300 BC AD, it's crazy.
Dude, it's wild. Like I even think of like when I go down to the States on the East Coast, like the history there is much more prevalent than Canada, and like go over to Europe, you go over to England, wherever else, and it's just like 10x that as well, and it's crazy.
You forget how young of a nation we still are, right?
Yeah, we're like 155 years old or something like that.
We should probably all know that, but I have no clue.
I can't even sing the anthem anymore, man. I just mumble some words. What was the coolest part you saw?
Probably the tombs in Westminster Abbey. They had like one tomb that was missing the top half, covered with glass, and you look inside and there's just a skeleton with decaying bones, and you just see teeth and the vertebrae and like the rib cage. It's pretty nuts. It was from 1080.
What was the guy saying to you telling me earlier?
Yeah, some random guy. I guess they're just their tour guys, and he's probably like 80 years old. This guy loves his job. Like that guy deserves to be buried in that church.
Fuck yeah.
That's how much he loved his job. He comes up to me. He goes, "We're going down the elevator." He's like, "I'm gonna hop in with you guys." We hop out, and he goes, "You look like someone who loves weird shit like I do. Go over to that tomb and just look inside." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "You'll see teeth." I was like, "Damn." I go over. I was like, oh, "Fuck, that's actually there's teeth in there." 1,024 years old.
Dude,
The skeleton in there. Yeah.
crazy. It's so crazy because we think about things in history and like what might have happened, and we just base it off of everything that like we can find and everything we can dig up. But if you look at like human remains, like maybe a skull, maybe some teeth, and like that's about it. And if you look at buildings, if it's wood, it's gone, it rotted out, disintegrated. If it was some sort of rock cement mixture, easily break away as well, and you just have no idea what things were in the past.
The heritage behind it, and they actually like day in day out are actually maintaining it. So you see that work being put into it, and it's just crazy how it's still in pristine condition for how old some of those buildings are, some of those tombs and caskets, whatever that may be.
Like it's crazy. Like I'm sure the average like family house that hasn't been built in the last 10, 20 years is older than Canada there. You think of most of the stone houses, they're all older than this country.
Yeah, even in London, near our hotel, the St. Albert pub, it's on Victoria Street, and during the Blitz, during World War II, that entire street got obliterated. But there's one pub that survived, and it's from like 1802.
Wow.
So you go in there, and there's like all this memorabilia. Queen Victoria's napkin that she actually used in the pub is framed on the wall. And Queen Victoria was what, 100 years ago?
Yeah.
So that you have history from that long ago. From you feel like it's so long ago, but for them it's just their latest history, right?
Exactly. There's so much lineage, and it's just like the stuff you can't see as well. Like how many conversations did Winston Churchill have at this bar? How many times did whatever else happen in this other bar or this palace or this place? And it's just crazy.
Yeah, and that same bar they have, it's like right next to Parliament. So you walk down the street, you're at Parliament buildings too. They have a bell inside that pub itself because they have so many regular politicians and the royal family coming in there. So whenever there's an emergency, they sound off the alarm in the pub itself. Wow. So they would all go running out, and they had like the whole history of it.
You said you were walking a lot out there, right? Traveling around?
Yeah. One day we did 20,000 steps.
Crazy.
I don't even know what the muscle's called. It's like down in the front of your calf is hurting. I was taking a step. I was like, it hurts here. I don't know what to call it. I mean, it's just looking at me like what hurts? I was like, this thing right here. I don't know.
Never felt it before.
Yeah.
Don't walk this much.
But it gives you appreciation of like how you feel after you're just active all day. Like on average, we did about 12,000 steps a day over the 1 week we were there, and I woke up like day 5. I go to the washroom, washing my face. I look in the mirror. I was like, damn, my obliques are coming in. What's going on here? I need to start walking when I go back home.
Who would have thought, right? Cardio helps.
Yeah.
Cardio helps? Gord Darmond.
Walking.
Allegedly.
Just walking.
Maybe I should go to England too. Maybe lose some weight, man. Just get shredded, come back.
And their serving size is a lot smaller.
Did you see Kate?
No.
How about that, eh? That conspiracy?
I just found out about that. She's apparently been missing for months.
Yeah. I said, I went on Twitter. I think Ami went on Twitter, and she was like, dude, have you seen what people are saying? I was like, what? They're like, oh, she might be getting a BBL. She's going to come back with a big ass. I was like, what? You would find a way to make this the most irrelevant thing we could talk about for someone who's getting abdominal surgery. Like, where are you fact checking?
Wild, eh? Like all of a sudden, they say history has a funny way of repeating itself. Yeah. And now she's gone missing, and they put out that picture with her kids, and it just looks absolutely photoshopped.
The Associated Press redacted the image. They didn't even put a replacement up. They said the photo was altered.
the writers for The Crown right now are just just ready to
The
roll.
show writes itself. You
Yeah,
look at
the
that
show
family,
writes
it's so dysfunctional from top to bottom.
Yeah, we better be careful because I'm going there in the summer. I might just end up missing myself. Don't shut up here.
You look at any other royal family who has allegiance from the people themselves of that country and the power that they still wield, right?
Like still, and like you think when the Queen passed away a little while ago, like people lining up 12 hours just to like give their thanks and
Yeah.
take a moment. It's like I can't think of anybody else in the world that millions of people would stand around for 8, 10, 12 hours just to say like thank you pretty much. Can't think of anybody who do that wait for like 2 hours.
Yeah, even I think the royal wedding had like 2 billion people watch on live television, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like people.
That's a quarter of the world's population watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking
Did you guys watch it?
No,
No.
it was at like 4 a.m. You were probably still up.
Jazz is still up.
Jazz watched it. That's why he's
Jazz-
asking.
yeah.
He doesn't want to tell us.
Oh, you guys saw a Man U game too, right?
Yeah, Man United.
Oh.
2-0, 2 penalties.
Was that your first like big like premier game? Or?
Yeah, haven't been able to go out there and actually watch, but out here I watch every game. Wake up. Some games are 4:30 in the morning. I don't think I've missed a game in the last 2.5 years. So
Did it-
first time going to the stadium, unreal atmosphere.
Did it meet expectations for you?
Oh, exceeded them.
Yeah.
Just they're singing the chants all game long. It's Stretford End was wild. Like the away fans tried getting their chant going. As soon as you'd hear even a slight hint of them like picking up that momentum, Stretford End would just go wild. Like non-stop, 90 minutes straight, just chanting each player's anthem one by one.
Wow.
It's different there. Like compared to the Canucks atmosphere, like if you go to a Canucks game and it's rocking that night, you're like, yeah, this is sick. But that over there,
Yeah.
every game is unreal.
And United hasn't been good for almost 12 years now. That's the last time they won the Prem. So they still have, it was I think 74,000 fans at that game. I think they can fit up to 90,000 in there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So like any big
Damn.
Big Six game or like Champions League, they'll be at like close to 90,000.
That's wild. Are you gonna watch some soccer in the Olympics then, or are you a big like Olympics?
I'm not
soccer
Olympics
guy?
fan.
No.
Because they have to keep their rosters under a certain age, and you're only allowed having 3 players who are over the age of 23 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why like random countries win the gold.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Only the women's world gold medal is actually worth something for soccer. Right?
There's flag football in the Olympics now, right?
Yeah, that'll be fun to
That'll
watch.
be
That's
fun.
gonna
I'll
be
watch
crazy, man. You're gonna have a teacher who's been practicing on the weekends going up against Tyreek Hill. Like, good
Yeah,
luck.
but you think second tier guys who have like parents from like different countries are gonna be like, you know what, I'll just represent that country?
Yeah, I mean, you figure like it'll be. I don't see it being such a blowout because if it's such a blowout, they'll never do it again.
It has to be.
And I don't like obviously that the U.S. should probably win, but it's also like who does the U.S. send? Like I can only imagine the insurance to get those guys out to wherever the Olympics are at that
Yeah.
time.
And flag football, you could have nations that are big in rugby come in and be taken over, right?
Absolutely. Like I don't know the rule set, but if you're strategic, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find gaps in there. But
I'd
yeah, it's
love to see a
crazy.
rugby player truck over a NFL player.
Dude, I've always wanted to see like a rugby, like the All Blacks versus like Mahomes or somebody like that. Play one game of rugby, one game of football, and then just see what happens.
I don't think an NFL player could play in the
Rugby?
rugby. Yeah.
They get destroyed.
No.
I mean, what about a running back?
Still just a padding.
That's true.
Like getting hit that hard without padding.
Yeah.
And these guys just pop right back up like it's nothing.
The biggest hit to this day I've ever seen live was at a rugby game. When I was in Australia, I watched a professional rugby game, and holy fuck, like they're probably both like 250 plus, and just right in the trolley tracks. So coming down Main Street, guy caught him, and dude, like you could hear the thud in like the entire stadium, kind of like the UFC. Remember when
Stuff.
yeah, it was when O'Malley caught him with the with the knee, and you could hear it like through the TV. Yeah. Same with this guy. Like, dude, he got laid out, and I remember like he was out of the game for a little bit, and came right back in.
Dude, they're fucked. They're like the size of linemen with the speed of wide receivers and the cardio of soccer players. Like, it's literally terrifying.
No, shout out rugby players, but shout out Abbotsford Rugby.
With that other player from Philly too, Mailata, or I don't know how to pronounce the name. He's an ex-rugby player. They talked about it. He's like, getting hit in the NFL is a lot harder because you have that padding adding more impact too, so you can hit people a lot harder without feeling hurt yourself. But Jazz over here watching TikTok mid-podcast.
My bad.
You imagine Jazz fucking running you over. It's like that. It's legit like someone like Jazzy that would fucking know, but someone you're like destroying.
Do you not remember your wedding, bro?
Oh, that was fucked.
Powerbomb me on
Story
the
time.
beach at like 3
Story
a.m. in the
time.
morning.
So when we were in Mexico for my wedding, these guys just obviously still fucking around. Like they were just hammered the entire time. We were on the beach, like a group of us just hanging out, drinking. Yeah, like it was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, like I didn't even really, I caught the tail end of it, but Jazz picks up Arvind and legitimately body slammed him onto. Yeah, it was a Batista bomb onto the sand, and you could hear it.
Like it was
My back was hurting. And I was like, yo, can you crack my back? And he just picked me up the power bomb.
They're like in the back, everyone's like at the front, and everyone turned back. Like, what the fuck was that? It's just Arvind laying on the floor. I'm like, and then Jazz is like, oh, you're okay, right? Snap out, you're good. Trust me, bro, you're good.
I was like, I can move my arms and my legs, so just give me a second, bro. Yeah. Back felt great after though.
I don't think so, bro.
No, whatever it was, he popped it back into place.
His head wasn't okay, but his back was fine.
Well, my head didn't even hit the sand.
Your back caught a little.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking Oscars just happened too.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys watch it at all?
No.
Yeah. Like, let's be real here. Like, when was the last time you saw the Oscars, the Golden Globes, the Grammys? Like, have you guys watched that shit in the last decade? If
Never in my life. All I'm seeing on Twitter or X, whatever, is John Cena,
Yeah.
like nude, butt ass naked on the stage. Like, what? How did that make any sense? And then there's conspiracies about like humiliation from whatever. What is it called? What do they call it?
Hollywood elites.
Yeah, well, there's another word for the elites. I can't remember it now, but not even Illuminati. I can't remember. I don't know. I'm just reading this stuff. Yeah, he's tanked.
He's a fucking unit.
He's tanked. But yeah, it's like that, and it's just like people that don't even deserve to win the Oscar or winning the Oscar. The funniest thing I saw on it was how the person who's presenting the award, he said the wrong name. Like he's like the show for Best Picture. He said the wrong fucking name.
Harvey did.
Was it Steve Harvey? Yeah.
No, that was the
He did the
Miss Universe, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Miss Universe.
Harvey did.
Oh yeah, Steve Hardy did that too. But oh yeah, that was a big thing. No, but they did it at the Oscars too. I saw it on Twitter again.
I'm reading a card.
Dude, and the whole cast was on, and then I guess someone came from the Oscars like, no, like this is wrong.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then they had to get the correct show. That is embarrassing.
But yeah, no, I can't say I watched the Oscars. Actually, sorry, I take that back. I watched the I'm Ken performance. I was walking by and I saw it on one of the TVs, and I was like,
Yeah, you were just walking by, right?
Do you think like, cause like now, like I don't know, is TV dead? I don't know. I haven't seen the stats, but do you feel like if they put like these Oscars and all these type of shows like on these streaming devices, like how they're doing the Jake Paul fight on Netflix only, right? And it's free. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is gonna be on Netflix, so I feel like it's starting to go that way where they're like people are.
Shit kicks.
I hope, yeah, they are just doing it for the money. But like on streaming devices, I heard a rumor they're gonna wear headgear. I think that's bullshit. I don't think that would happen.
You don't want to be the guy who does that to Mike Tyson at that age, right?
Dude, it'd be an honor to get dropped by Mike Tyson. Like, yeah, knock me out.
Yeah.
Dropped by Mike Tyson.
well, that's the funny thing, man. Like they might have an agreement, but who's saying that Mike's gonna remember that in the ring, right?
Write the script right now. How's that fight gonna go down?
Let's say it's 10 rounds. It'll be either a stoppage in 7 or they'll go the entire
Who wins?
way. It'll be a draw.
Yeah.
I'm not. Are you guys gonna watch it?
Yeah.
I probably Mike for Mike I am. You're gonna watch it too.
Yeah, if it is on Netflix, that's a good point. But there's no way I was paying like that 60
That's
bucks
what I
for the
mean. But
pay-per-view.
that's the genius in it, because now people, instead of paying $60 for Netflix is gonna get a shit ton of subscribers. That's genius.
And I think you're kind of right, like talking about the Oscars and that. And even if they didn't stream the Oscars live on Netflix, like let's say it's like a week before they release a series like making the Oscars, and it's hosted by whoever else, like that could
Like behind the scenes stuff, I think people want to see more of now. So
Yeah.
I love seeing behind, even like sports videos and stuff. Like
third person point of view.
yeah, just watching what the fuck's going on. Even like you see, like on YouTube, like most of the time NHL team has behind the scenes going on. It's still pretty cool to see. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to that shit.
everybody just wants to see it. Like they want to see the inner workings, because
Like what the fuck's actually going on, right? Yeah.
Because I think people realize like social media and like all this, everything in general is just so curated that it's like, okay, like show us like you fucking up, or like show like what actually goes on the work and stuff like that.
Yeah, you want it to be less scripted.
100%.
Yeah, because everyone can tell, you know what I mean? You can tell for the most part when you're being lied to. Why do we still watch? I don't know. It's entertainment, right? But yeah, I don't know. I definitely see like everything kind of swinging towards like the streaming thing, because even like when it comes to watching TV and stuff, like we only watch it for sports, really. Like me anyway. I don't know about you guys.
And that can just get moved over to streaming. Like you have DAZN,
It already
or you
is.
have ESPN or something.
It is, isn't it? Like the NFL, they're only gonna, like when they play their games in Europe. I could be wrong if it's, but one of the main leagues, they're gonna debut those games strictly on an app. Wait. This goes back to
The Peacock thing.
there we go. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. The Peacock thing, when Kansas City Chiefs played who did they play? Sorry, Miami.
Maybe, I think.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was a playoff game nonetheless, and it was streamed only on Peacock, and people were rattled.
Well, like it was all the graphics sucked, and I think there was some delays and like some shit like that happened. But yeah, it wasn't a good outing for Peacock. And yeah, it also just sucks. It's like you now have to pay money.
Is this a streaming site called Peacock?
Yeah, right. It's only
I
American.
was so confused when you guys
Yeah.
said Peacock.
Like what's going on
The first
here?
thing that came to mind was streaming's not gay.
It's
only
Peacock.
You gotta short that. You gotta find. Have you seen that news clip? No. We'll show it to you after.
You gotta watch
But yeah, no. But I honestly, I think the best. But like, let's just say business idea, sorta, kinda. You started streaming, whatever app, and then you just hope to get bought up by one of the big guys, like a Peacock. I'm sure that's what their plan is, because like how the fuck else are you gonna keep up? Because the big guys are what? It's Netflix, Prime Video, and there's Crave. But I could see them just kind of get bought up. I don't know how the business plan works, but right, because there's no monopoly. There's no like one top guy yet.
Good for a bit, but they fell off.
Yeah, there's like no top guy yet, and that because it's like as the world's progressing. Because I'm pretty sure even Netflix itself just became profitable recently. Like they
still might not.
yeah, right. So like until they become profitable, it's like anyone's for the taking. Like, but I think that the idea was genius. I think Netflix is gonna make a lot of money.
Do you see what X is doing?
What are they doing?
Making a TV app.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Really?
Yeah.
Like TV, like, just playing whatever.
Like people posting videos and stuff.
Non-woke.
Like a YouTube type thing?
Yeah, in competition with YouTube pretty much.
So pretty much, so probably also to combat like this fake news that's out there too. I could see that, because like Elon just goes off on Twitter all the time about like all this bullshit wokeness that's out there.
You look at like some other apps that might be a little bit more strict on what they get posted, which is fine, like all the right to them. And maybe if you're a parent, you feel a little bit more comfortable with your kid being on that platform, and you know that they can watch content there. And then you look at X and you think, okay, maybe this is more directed towards kids or people in their early 20s to mid 30s, and maybe that's that generation's app. Because right now there's so much room to gain space in the TV app sector, because either the Netflix, Disney, Amazon Prime, which is strictly just streaming services for things that come out and just stay there. It's like, how do you do like a live TV app? How do you do like a new YouTube or something like that? Like there's so many options there.
No, definitely. Because now that I'm honestly really thinking about it, you go to anyone's house, like typically you're not really throwing TV on. You're either watching a sports game, a pay-per-view event, or you're going on one of the streaming channels. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you're to make your own like your own app or even streaming app. Like what the hell? Like what would you guys want on it? For me, it'd be sports first and foremost.
I think just like a one-stop shop would be cool. Like watching like a football game and then in that app being able to buy a jersey of one of the players or something, buy a ticket to the next game or something like that, or just something where it's like more of a experience than just watching. VR is going to probably be a crazy thing in the next 5-10 years. You see Apple's headset came out and it's like what people don't realize is that's going to be the worst VR headset that Apple ever releases, and it'll probably be one of the most expensive ones too. So give it 3 years when they get the price down to 1,000. Your phones are all 1,000. Like, who's not gonna spend it? And then it's like now you're courtside at a Lakers game in VR, and that's gonna fucking change everything.
Does that give a team another avenue to charge for tickets?
100%.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like, oh, you want to go to this game? You can sit courtside for $10. You can sit in the rafters for $2, or you can do whatever, or you can buy a season's pass or something like that. And then I'm sure you'll get
teams are laughing to the bank if that happens.
But that's why do you think there so many these people are buying up sports teams now too, right? Look at their how much they've gone up over the years.
Apple's been getting into the MLS too.
Yeah.
Apple TV is the home of
Better hurry up and buy a sports team here, boys. So. Bro, but what about for creators? Have you thought of that? Like even for ourselves, like we're in that category too. We're doing.
Someone sitting right here, like, what up, bro?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like even for creators, whether it's on streaming sites or on the headsets, things like that. Like that's imagine like watching a Joe Rogan episode and you're sitting right next to them.
That's the thing. It's how are creators gonna be able to deliver a product?
It goes back to the quality. I feel. You know what I mean? Like one of the podcasts I listened to, Modern Wisdom. He has like if you watch Chris's stuff on your phone, he has it to the T, like to the edge of your phone, like the camera, the lighting. It's just crisp. It's spot on, right? And I feel like right now, like I don't know how much dividends that pays, but somewhere down the line, like it will be based on that with the headset and stuff like that. How far away are we? I don't know. I'm gonna guess 5 to 10 years. I don't know.
That's crazy. Like pair that with like AI too, dude. Like you're gonna have like all the graphics with the games, and it's gonna look like Ready Player One, like a lot more quickly than I think people realize.
Bro, I can play hockey without tearing my tendon. That'll be sick. Sitting at home playing hockey. But look how the world's investing in it too. Like if you look at the markets right now, they're super concentrated. It's all in tech pretty much right now. That's why there's a little bit of scare. Like, is this bubble gonna burst? Everyone's like, oh, back into the history's repeating itself, back into early 2000 markets and stuff like that. But it's like, that's where the world's headed. You know what I mean? So like, how long will this bull run go on for in regards to the markets? I don't know, but technology will never stop advancing. And unless like they design robots and they just try to kill all of us. But even then it'll still keep advancing because they'll keep making better shit.
Side note, GTA would be a sick game to play.
Oh yeah.
Just think about that. Just to think about like 13-year-old you being able to play.
5 stars after you.
Mom walks into the room and you're
Circling back here, boys. But last 2 episodes that when you had Gunit on, holy crap.
great response.
Hello, yeah, huge response. Nah, I mean we got a pretty cool list of people that we're gonna be getting on soon here, so a lot to look forward to. It won't just be us 4 all the time, but honestly, I thought it was a good time to show everyone a little bit of our personality, who we are, and not just like
We're still trying to get better on the camera.
that too. But onto more exciting news.
Bringing it back to the shop, we will be online starting Monday, March 18th. Do the thing.
Yes, we will be online.
The supplement house will be online.
Yeah, exactly. The Supplement House will be online. The main sponsor of this podcast, the Supplement House, supplementhouse.ca. We will be having a very big sale, guys, to kickstart that. So we know we have a lot of viewers that are not located in Abbotsford, and it's very hard to get there. Of course, I get it. I wouldn't want to drive 40 minutes, 30 minutes to go get my stuff, so completely get it. But we will be able to deliver them to you. And along with that, we'll always be having big savings, big deals going on. So yeah, check us out. We appreciate the support, guys. along with.
So anybody who has any questions, anybody who wants to reach out to us for either coming on the podcast or just reaching out with some information, you can always email us at housetalksmedia@gmail.com or just send us a DM on Instagram at House Talks Podcast, and we'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible.
What do you say?
Be good. Be good.
Not like Karn, he hurt himself.